Welcome to my Boozie review of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 2, the finale. Well, we had a top 4 last episode, and we still have a top 4 this episode. Although, one of those are not like the other, Ellie Diamond. But oh well, let's find out who wins this bloody thing.
I'm a lip-sync serial killer, darling. There's blood on that runway, darling, and I lapped it up.
I like that, lip-sync serial killer. Though she did win. If Ru hadn't saved Ellie, then Taste would have won. Oh my god. Ellie showing her ass. Literally. I have to admit, I really like Taste's workroom outfit in here. I like the green with the teeth on the back. But you can sort of tell how long they've been there, because I mean, it looks like Taste's hair is growing out. I swear it wasn't this long last episode, maybe it was. You can tell Ru's not really that interested because there's no tragedy in Taste's life. He's like, oh, my dad's really supportive. And Ru's like, oh, okay. The only problem I have with Ellie's jacket, it's kind of fabulous fur coat, but it also makes him still look like that Yeti. Scottish lavender Yeti realness. I don't know what Michelle's saying. She's saying, you have a full head of hair for a 23-year-old. It's like, don't most 20-year-olds have full heads of hair usually? As they get older, they lose hair. Does she think that Lawrence is Benjamin Button or something that's going in reverse? We had a full head of hair when he's older, but now he should be cleanly bald though he's 23. You know, I can't help but notice that Ru and Michelle aren't really reacting to the Queen's stories. But it might be like what Tia said about Ahura. I don't know if it's that they just don't have any emotions, or it's that their faces aren't moving. Yeah, what is going on here? Like, I'm all for people feeling their fantasy, but not their ugly fantasy. And he's tall too, so it looks like he's like on stilts or something. Not this. You know, I saw Ellie fanning herself. I mean, I'm not wearing makeup, of course, but the wig is hot. I mean, it's obviously synthetic. I mean, I paid like, what, $14.99? No, not even $14.99. I think it was on sale for $12.99 on Amazon. And that's $12.99 Canadian. I don't know how I feel about this. I like the wig. Kind of like the colors, but it seems odd that you can see your bra underneath. Because I know they've given shit to other queens for doing the same thing. Like, oh, you can see your undergarments. And I can see your undergarments. I just feel the way the outfit's constructed, the stripes should be bigger. And these dresses are custom made. They're made by Zaldi, who's been working with Ru for like, what, 30 years now? I mean, you can actually see him in the Supermodel of the World video, so that tells you how long they've been working together. I do like the big jewelry though. But I think maybe they're like, oh shit, we can see the bra, but we can't change it. So they're like, just put big jewelry on Ru. And big hair. Well, this is actually really conservative for Michelle. I do like the hair and the jacket, but I mean, you know, it's nothing like, wow. Well, she's probably like, I'm dressing for the finale, but it is the finale of UK. Gramps is nice. There's nothing to write home about, but it looks good. Maybe if I could actually see the things on his jacket, I'll be like, oh my god, that's so like, wow. But it just looks like a black shiny shirt and a black jacket. So I do like Alan Carr's suit though. I like all of the swirly pink colors and everything. Oh, that's cool. None of them are really like super like, wow, considering it's the finale. Maybe they're told to dress down because Ru's bra is showing and it's like, okay, we don't want you to outshine Ru. So if Ru's not looking good, then you'll have to dress down. They kind of threw me because they're like lip syncing, but the actual audio is not synced up with them. It looks like a badly dubbed Godzilla movie. What can you say about Bimini's? I mean, it's Pamela Anderson's stripper. That's what she looks like. It's not that Ellie Diamond looks that bad, it's just, it looks like Rosé from the US Drag Race still had that ruffle stuff left over. And she hadn't used it on every dress, so they just brought it overseas and gave it to Ellie. I don't really mind what Lawrence is wearing, but the problem is he tends to dress really older for his age. I mean, he's like 23, but he dresses like some mom in their late 40s, but in the 60s, which is weird because he was born in the late 90s, like 1997 or something, 98, because he's 23. Oh, 97, never mind. This is filmed for 2020. I think Taste is actually the best. I mean, it's not great, and I'm not sure how I feel about that pink mullet wig. It's kind of a bodysuit, but it has kind of like more personality to it than the others. Okay, so I wasn't expecting all the other girls to just show up because I'm like, oh my god, they're all showing up. And they're all dressed like in pink and everything. Well, except for Veronica. I think she missed the memo because she's like dressed in white or something. Or maybe she did that on purpose. I think that Bimini looks good in it. I like her hair and everything, and it looks like a slutty bride. I just don't know if it screams finale to me, but I'm no hate towards it because it looks really good. So, I mean, Ellie's does look good. I will give her that. Once again, I'm not sure if I'd wear that as a finale outfit. Didn't she have a hoop skirt a few episodes ago? I think she did. And it wasn't working properly. The hoop wasn't like hoopy enough. And this is the same thing. It's kind of like, the hoop looks oval, not round, and it's kind of throwing me. I actually do like Lawrence's, like the color, and I like it's a take on like Drag Race. So it has kind of like has more of a story to it. Of course, I guess Bimini's did too. Even the nails, like it's purple, and then the other one's like polka dot with black and white. So, I mean, I like the nails, but it looked like she didn't know what to do for a dress, so she just skinned a bunch of chipmunks. I mean, her face and her hair looks great. Someone said it was like a darker version of her Meet the Queens look, but I think if that's true, then her Meet the Queens look worked, whereas this doesn't really work for me. I don't disagree with Michelle, but that's very shady. It's not the most elevated thing I've seen, but it's very you. So Bimini, I don't know if I like the hair now that I've been seeing it more, but I do like the dress. Ellie, now that she's just standing there, that hoop is really bothering me now. It's not level, it's like this. I was like, why does Sister have an X? But I think she was actually doing Mummy Dearest, I think. It's hard to tell with her. But she's doing the boy mouth. I mean, it's good to see Veronica back, considering she was having issues with Miss Rona. Why she came dressed as a Powerpuff Girl, I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I've made no secret that I'm not a fan of Ginny Lemon, but I mean, at least she stayed on brand. I mean, if her brand is ugly drag, then she's a complete success. See, I can say nice things about Ginny Lemon. You know what, I hate to say it, but I completely forgot about Cherry Valentine. And she's back and I'm like, oh yeah, Cherry Valentine. Or Hora's hair, I'm not exactly what she's going for, so I'm not sure how I feel about it. Which is typical with Ahura. Every time I see her, I'm like, it's good, but I just don't know how I feel. Pretty much everyone got something to say, except for Estina, and she's like, season 2. That's all she said was season 2. That's my camera time. I know they're on different tiers, but it just, because Ginny's already kind of short, and Cherry Valentine looks like she looks like a giant, and Ginny Lemon's like this little child. It's like they put the kind of the shorter ones on the bottom and the taller ones on the top ones, which is kind of like, could be kind of the reverse. Well, first of all, I used to love this song as a kid. I don't think this lip sync really has any bearing on who wins. They never seem to. I have to admit, I was Team Lawrence from the beginning right to the end, and I am glad he won. However, I am surprised Bimini didn't win. I thought for sure she was gonna win. I thought she had it locked. Though honestly, if it was based on a lip sync and the performance earlier, Taste would have actually won. But Bimini in the beginning, she wasn't that good, but then when they got back from quarantine, it was just uphill for her. And it was like the opposite for Lawrence. He kind of really struggled after quarantine. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I mean, they weren't competing for money. They're competing for like, what, a YouTube series? That's why Bimini's probably like, oh well, congrats, Lawrence. I didn't lose anything. So I guess that's it for Drag Race UK Season 2. I guess there's nothing left for me to do but delete my channel. No, I'm just joking. I'm not deleting my channel. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and comment down below. And as always, stay boozy.